gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this latest installment of the 2025 Poetry Bomb. I am here, Janet Kuypers, on location at a place I've never read before, at a brewery. This is Prost Alehouse in Pflugerville, and he's going to get me beer. Well, because, you know, it kind of would suck of me to not get anything and just sit here and read poetry. But this sensitive artist thought she would come in and read poetry for you guys. I guess I don't need my glasses on. It's kind of sunny. I was thinking about it. But for this first reading, I thought I would read a couple pieces from the upcoming issue of cc&d magazine. It's not released yet, but I've got the proof copies. This is Zen Moment, which is the May 2025 issue, and then volume 357. Yes, there are more than 357 issues because there's lots of 0.5s and 0.25s, and there are chapbooks that are supplements, which I'll have one from my reading for Salado for restoring table rock theater, which was done yesterday. But in the meantime, I'm talking too much. Zen Moments is the latest book from cc&d. In it, I've got a couple of poems. They're all new. Never read them before, and I think that a good portion of them might also go into a future book that I might get published from Cyberwit Publishing. They have published a few of my books in the past. They're crazy books, and I don't know other than about, you know, discordant and angry and fighting the system is what this book's going to have in it. And in a moralized fashion, I would have some sort of clip art that is done into poster art. I'm trying to show it for people here. I don't know. This is an old shot of me that was originally done with C. Robert Ward. That was our tag team wrestling belt that I'm wearing. But I was thinking of doing something along that line for the book cover. Nothing's set, nothing's done, but these are pieces that might be in it. This is a really, really long piece to start, which I am positive I'm not going to read in my poetry overnight because I think it would offend people. Because people don't like talking religion. This is a nice long piece for you guys, and it is titled, Using Unreliability to Explain the Unexplainable. Religion has comforted those who feel they have nowhere else to turn. I heard the stories myself when I almost died, and I was told a lot of people prayed. Well, if it made a difference for them, then let them think it works for them. Though I won't question people who feel they need something unknowable so they can explain all the pain away and can justify their prayers. That's their issue. So I try to steer clear. Let their minds do what they think they need. As I said, that's their issue, not mine. I've never needed to explain the unexplainable with more exaggerated and unrealistic unexplainable. But that's me. Not everyone thinks that way. In fact, history shows far too many throughout history who have relied on the unreliable to explain the unexplainable. And so I've tried to stay out of their way, let them think the way they do and leave it at that. But the crazy thing is that throughout history, people have cared so much for their unprovable gods that they've killed the other for it, which I have never gotten. Then again, I'm a vegetarian. I don't believe in killing animals for food or clothes. So of course that confuses me, killing others, because they don't believe in your unprovable notion of the unexplainable. But the thing is, that's what these religions have done throughout history. With one religion trying to brutally demolish the other, you know, that's what God wants you to do. Kill people. Smart choice. But with those morals, that's a wise God you've relied on for millennia. Old times or new, millennia be damned, because it still goes on with people from one religion wanting to kill people of another religion, because someone who made a choice in blind faith doesn't agree with someone else's blind faith. And this is why what they kill for. Really. Oh, here's my quote. Which side are you on in this most recent conflict, devastating and killing so many? What do I think of people so stupid that they kill other people because they believe in different myths? Which side am I on? I think people shouldn't be so stupid and people shouldn't kill each other. I'm on the side of life. Anyone with morals knows that, or at least they should, because killing is wrong, no matter the religion. Crazy, I know. For when it comes down to it, we've read the news, we've read the philosophy books, we've lived on the streets, fought these traumas, experienced the world firsthand. We should be knowledgeable enough to know that we didn't need to create this impractical, unexplainable, fantastical myth that you couldn't even believe if it was a movie, and then say that this is real, and this is what we base our beliefs on. You'd think this was a movie. You couldn't believe this could actually be a real thing. Stories were written to hook you in, but really, you weren't supposed to believe this was real. You should know better than to believe a multi-millennial myth whose morals support unjustified killing. So, I'll still state, why hasn't the world learned? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because anybody who is doing my live feed has not come back, I am going to read something else from this book, because that was the only thing I was going to read. But the person that's doing my live feeds left me. Hey, left me. I'm not going to read periodic table poems because you guys have heard that kind of stuff, but I'm going to read an older poem that was from a performance art show from when I first started doing shows after my real car accident in Chicago. This is a poem titled Medication. I set my alarm for 4:30 instead of 5:30 so I could roll over, take a pill, and fall back asleep. I'd leave 2 pills on the nightstand with a glass of water every night. I could feel that pain in my legs, my hand, when I'd reach over to take that drugs. I'd still feel it in my back, too, and sometimes in my shoulder. There was that warm water always stays it warm and dusty. I hurt to hold the pills in my right hand. I closed my eyes, 4:32. Hated that damn alarm clock. And take the pills didn't still help with the pain. It wouldn't go away before I'd wake up. I knew that, but I took them anyway. And I'd try to fall back asleep, and I'd dread 5:30 when I'd have to move again. 5:40. I couldn't wait any longer. I couldn't be late, couldn't have that. And so I'd finally swing my legs to the floor. I'd pull on my bathrobe and I'd limp into the kitchen. The trip in the kitchen lasted for hours, and picking up the milk carton from the refrigerator hurt like hell. This wasn't supposed to be happening. Not to me. Just pour the damn milk and wipe the tears from my chin and sit down for breakfast. The doctor doubled the dosage. He was amazed that I needed this much. He told me to follow the directions strictly. You can't take these pills in the morning the way you have been, he'd say. They could give you an ulcer. Well, that doesn't help. You have to take it with food, but that doesn't help while I'm crying from pain in the mornings. But I couldn't get an ulcer, he'd say, and I wouldn't want that. Of course not. I just wanted the pain to go away. Take 1 tablet 3 times daily with meals. Do not drink alcohol while on medication. Take with food or milk. Do not skip medication. Do not take aspirin while using this product. Do not operate heavy machinery. May cause ulcers. All I had to do was get through the mornings. The mornings were the hardest part. Just take a little more pain, and by the afternoon, it'll all be fine. Just fine. An hour after the pills, and I'd start to feel dizzy. I'd stare at my computer screen, and it would just move and start to move in circles, back and forth, back and forth. I wanted to grab that screen and make it stay in place, but then I'd look at my fingers, and they were like going in and out of focus. I could feel my head rocking forward and backward. I couldn't hold myself still. I'd sit in my desk and my eyes would open and close, open and close. And before I knew it, 10 minutes passed and I remembered nothing. I could have been screaming for 10 minutes straight and I wouldn't have known it. Or crying, or sleeping, or laughing, or dying. And I could still feel the pain, traces of it, lingering in my bones. I'd sit up at night and I would just stare at that bottle. It was a big bottle, as if the doctors knew I'd be on these drugs forever. Hadn't it been forever already? I'd open up a bottle, look at a pill. The pills looked big too, pink and white. What pretty colors. And then I'd think, if one tablet, 50 milligrams, could put me to sleep in the morning, if it could make me dizzy, could take a part of my life from me, then think about what the other 36 could do. 1,800 milligrams. It could kill me. I wouldn't want that. Of course not. But just think, the bottle isn't even full. May cause ulcers, may cause dizziness. Side effects may vary from patient to patient. May cause weight gain, may cause weight loss, may cause drowsiness, may cause irritability. Medication may have to be taken for a considerable amount of time, for weeks even, before expected results. If effects become severe, consult your physician immediately. I began to count. In the mornings, I took 8 pills, 1 multivitamin, 1 calcium pill, 1 niacin pill, 1 fish oil capsule, 1 garlic oil pill, and 1 pink and white painkiller that I was special to have because you need a doctor's permission to take those. And then I took diet pills, 1 starch blocker, one that was called a fat magnet. As if the diet pills worked anyway. But I still took them. And then I'd have to watch the clock. I'd take a pill, pink and white, at 1 in the afternoon, take a different pill at 5 o'clock, another pink and white at 8 o'clock, and then there was also usually sinus medication and I had to take over every 6 hours in there. Oh, and then, wait, was it 8 hours? Oh, I'd start to watch the clock all the time. I bought a pill container for my purse so that I would always have my medication with me. When I'd feel my body start to ache again, I'd look at the clock. It would be another 15 minutes before I had to take another pill. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard 2. You got a bonus poem. I was only going to read 1, but somebody that was going to do my live feed wasn't there, so I had to read another one. So that was 2 poems for you from this upcoming book of cc&d magazine. I'm coming up with more readings soon, and thank you guys for listening, and yay for the Poetry Bomb. Give it up. Yeah! Poetry Bomb. Poetry Bomb.